Today, Kerala State Legal Service Authority commemorates Kerala's Legal Service Day in a befitting manner in the present-day pandemic. We are here to conduct a webinar on the topic Legal Services during COVID-19 pandemic period. In this occasion, KELSA is also publishing an informative handbook for senior citizens. The invited dignitaries are here. We shall start our program with Nalsa theme song.
न्याय का सबके लिए आकाश न्याय का सबके लिए उल्लास न्याय का सबके लिए विश्वास न्याय का सबके लिए अपने दोस्ता पर हक हमारा भी तो है इंसाफ के इस आशिया पर हक हमारा भी तो है एक मुट्ठी आसमां पर हक हमारा भी तो है एक मुट्ठी आसमां पर हक हमारा भी तो है
ये ना सोचो दर्द हमारा कहीं सुना न जाएगा, अब न्यायालय खुद चलकर चौपालों तक आएगा।
लाचारों को न्याय मिलेगा, दुखियारों को न्याय मिलेगा, कमजोरों को न्याय मिलेगा, मजलूमों को न्याय मिलेगा। अपने इस हिंदुस्तान पर हक हमारा भी तो है, उम्मीदों के इस गुलसितां पर हक हमारा भी तो है, एक मुट्ठी आसमां पर हक हमारा भी तो है, एक मुट्ठी आसमां पर हक हमारा भी तो है।
गरीब और कमजोरों को मुफ्त एवं सक्षम कानूनी सहायता के लिए प्रतिबद्ध विधिक सेवा प्राधिकरण नालसा, न्याय सबके लिए।
I would like to invite Sri K.T. Nizar Ahmed, District Judge and Member Secretary, KELSA, to deliver the welcome speech.
Respected Honorable Mr. Justice S. Manikumar, Chief Justice, High Court of Kerala and Patron Chief KELSA. Respected Honorable Mr. Justice A. Hariprasad, Judge, High Court of Kerala and Chairman, High Court Legal Services Committee. Respected Mr. C.P. Sudhakar Prasad, Advocate General and Member KELSA. Respected Advocate Mr. R. Lakshmi Narayan, President, High Court Advocates Association and Member KELSA. Respected Mr. Johnny Sebastian, District Judge and Director KSMCC. Respected Honorable Judges of the High Court, Registrars of the High Court, Judges of the Subordinate Judiciary, Advocates, Mediators, Paralegal Volunteers, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening for one and all. Article 39A of our Constitution directs the state to provide equal justice and free legal aid to the citizen. Based on that constitutional mandate, Legal Services Authorities Act 1987 was enacted. The Act came into force on 9/11/1995. Accordingly, 9th day of November is observed as Legal Services Day. So it is the 25th year, Silver Jubilee year of legal services. Usually every year on this day, there will be a program at Delhi by NALSA, and the executive chairman and secretaries of all the SLSAs and High Court Legal Service Committees and the best DLSAs of every state had to attend the function, and so there were no state level program. This year, because of the pandemic, NALSA has not arranged the program. So as directed by the executive chairman, Justice Siti Ravikumar, we have arranged this state level program in virtual mode by conducting a webinar, Legal Services during COVID-19 pandemic period. In this occasion, KELSA is also releasing a handbook for senior citizen, Andasodeyulla Jeevitha Sayahanam, Aging with Dignity. During this pandemic period, though KELSA could not conduct regular adalats, but by conducting micro-level adalat, we could help the litigants to settle their disputes. By conducting online training programs and webinars, we could do awareness programs. By receiving legal aid applications by email or WhatsApp, we could provide free legal aid to the needy. In this pandemic period and the changing circumstances, legal service institutions have to take use of advanced technology, and in this regard, cooperation and assistance of all the stakeholders is highly essential. With these few words, I am entering to my duty. His Lordship Justice S. Manikumar, Chief Justice and Patron Chief of KELSA, is taking keen interest in the activities of KELSA. His Lordship's commitment to the poor and downtrodden could be seen from the orders of His Lordship. The latest one is directing the government to form a corpus fund for the treatment of children suffering from lysosomal storage disease. His Lordship has kindly consented to inaugurate this function and to release the handbook. With utmost respect, I extend a warm welcome to His Lordship. His Lordship Justice Hari Prasad, Chairman, High Court Legal Committee, has readily accepted our humble invitation and agreed to preside in this function. With utmost respect, I extend a warm welcome to His Lordship. Sri P. Sudhakar Prasad, Advocate General, is also a member of Kerala State Legal Service Authority. He is always taking active participation and always interest in the activities of KELSA. I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. Advocate Sri Lakshmi Narayanan is not only the President of the High Court Bar Association, he is the pleasant face of High Court Bar Association. I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. Mr. Johnny Sebastian, Director KSMCC, is also my friend and batchmate. I extend a warm welcome to Mr. Johnny Sebastian. The Honorable Judges of the High Court, Registrars of the High Court, the entire Judicial Office of the State, panel lawyers, mediators, paralegal volunteers, staff of legal service institutions, and the member secretaries of the other states are also attending this function by watching the YouTube live streaming. I extend a warm welcome to you all to this program. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to invite Honorable Justice A. Hari Prasad, Judge, High Court of Kerala, and Chairman, High Court Legal Service Committee, to deliver the presidential address.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Mr. Justice S. Manikumar, Patron-in-Chief, Kerala Legal Services Authority. In the absence of Honorable Mr. Justice C.T. Ravikumar, Senior Most Judge of this Court and the Executive Chairman, Kerala Legal Service Authority, and he is unable to attend the function due to unforeseen reasons. Shri C.P. Sudhakar Prasad, Learned Advocate General, Shri R. Lakshmi Narayan, President, High Court Advocates Kerala High Court Advocates Association, K.T. Nisar Ahmad, Member Secretary, KELSA, Shri Johnny Sebastian, Director, Kerala State Mediation and Conciliation Center, Srimati Safi, Registrar General, Shri Ajit, Registrar Subordinate Judiciary, esteemed brother and sister judges who have joined this program online, esteemed members of the legal fraternity, brothers and sisters. Today we are observing the Legal Services Day in an extraordinary situation where normal life has gone out of gear on account of the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. How best we can serve the weaker sections of the society at this moment of multiple challenges posed against securing justice is the worrying aspect. All of us are aware that the Legal Services Authority Act 1987 is founded on the sublime principles enshrined in Article 39A of the Constitution, which provides that the state shall secure that the operation of legal system promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity and shall in particular provide free legal aid. The Act and the rules and regulations thereunder are proved to be efficient functionalities to assuage the agonies of the weaker section in many ways. Even during this difficult period, various activities undertaken by KELSA have benefited a large number of citizens. KELSA has always reached out to the poor and underprivileged through various legal services activities. On many occasions, the activities done by KELSA have been appreciated by the national authority. From March 2020 onwards, we are forced to undergo a completely different way of life, hitherto unknown to the present generation. Declaration of unavoidable lockdowns, restrictions in human activities, including interactions and movements, have seriously affected the vibrant activities of KELSA. The authority, on realizing the difficulties experienced by migrant laborers, children, women, disabled persons, aged and differently abled patients, etc., during the lockdown, has undertaken steps to give them a helping hand. Reckoning the multifaceted human problems, KELSA has evolved various programs for mitigating the hardships experienced by the underprivileged citizens. Distribution of sanitizers and food packets to the needy, rendering palliative care to the patients reeling under various ailments, ensuring availability of food, shelter and medical facility to migrant laborers are some of them. Supplying essentials like baby food, medicines, provision kit, etc. with the help of social organizations and governmental agencies are some of the benevolent activities undertaken by the authority. Besides, online legal awareness classes on different subjects which are useful to tide over the present difficulty and to sensitize the general public in this regard are also held. It is the ardent desire of everyone to see that normal life is restored as early as possible. However, the challenges to be undertaken by KELSA cannot wait till normalization of human life, because during the difficult time also human activities must go on despite having inconveniences, difficulties and roadblocks. The authority is marching forward with determination that it will live up to the expectation of the poor and downtrodden. The High Court Legal Services Committee is also trying our best to see that regular adalats in the High Court, as was done prior to the outbreak of the pandemic, is resumed at the earliest. We hope that normalcy in all walks of life will be attained soon. However, we cannot rest in complacency, expecting that everything will resolve by itself. We are therefore duty-bound to act in this unpleasant time to achieve the desired goal to the extent possible. Despite stumbling blocks in the implementation of the programs to its fullest extent, it is seen from the statistics that a good number of pre-litigation cases have been settled and legal awarenesses have been spread across the state to various sections of the public. Once again, we remind ourselves that this is the time to act for a better tomorrow with the resources available today. We are sure that we will achieve the goal with utmost devotion and hard work. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to invite Honorable Justice S. Manikumar, Chief Justice, High Court of Kerala, and Patron-in-Chief, Kerala State Legal Service Authority, for inaugural address and releasing the handbook for senior citizen.
There are judicial officers Chairman and Secretaries of the District Legal Services Authorities and Taluk Legal Services, learned lawyers, panel counsel, paralegal volunteers, registrars and officers of this court, staff of this court, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to all of you. All over India, we are celebrating 9th November as a Legal Services Day. As pointed out by the Member Secretary Khalsa, it's a Silver Jubilee celebration. However, due to this COVID pandemic, we could not celebrate as the way we desired to do so. I am proud to note that Kerala State Legal Services Authority has risen to the occasion by organizing a webinar on a topic of utmost relevance in the current social scenario, legal services during COVID-19 pandemic period. Today, a handbook is also being released for the senior citizens titled as Andi Sodaulla Jeevitha Sayanam, meaning thereby aging with dignity. On this Silver Jubilee celebration, we are bound to remember the forefathers of the philosophy of legal aid, Justice V.R. Krishnaiah and Justice B.N. Bhagavati, which we do so accordingly. Though Legal Service Authorities Act was enacted in Parliament in 1987, it came into force only on 9th November 1995 with an avowed object of establishing a national-wide uniform network for providing free and competent legal services to the weakest section of the society on the basis of equal opportunity as contemplated in Articles 14 and 22(1) of the Constitution of India. Legal services institutions have been constituted to provide three major things: free and competent legal services to the eligible persons, to organize Lok Adalats for amicable settlement of disputes, and to organize legal awareness camps in the rural and other areas. The unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic has been a challenge for everyone. The situations which we face today throw myriad challenges, and one such challenge is, with the aid of technology, how we are going to take the justice dispensation system to a level when the normal court functioning is disrupted. COVID-19 pandemic has affected a large section of the people who have lost their livelihood, particularly unskilled migrants who lacked food supplies and household provisions. During the times of COVID-19 pandemic, which is still prevalent in various parts of the world, legal services in India is also affected. However, with the available resources, those who are associated with the legal aid activities have been rendering services to an extent possible for the cause of justice to the poor and needy. Khalsa has reached out to the poor, needy, and underprivileged in the society through its various legal service activities. As pointed out by my brother, the National Services Authority has also appreciated the legal service institutions in Kerala for their various exemplary activities. On this occasion, I wish to point out some of the activities undertaken by various legal service institutions, namely the Kerala Legal Service Authority, the district and taluk legal service authorities committees. First of all, the activities of the legal services institutions are planned in such a way, taking note of the COVID-19 protocol of the governments. As pointed out by my brother, Mr. Justice Hari Prasad, Chairman of the High Court Legal Services Committee, that during this pandemic period, legal service institutions have left no stone unturned in spreading legal awareness and providing legal aid to the poor and needy by optimally using technology to their advantage. Apart from providing and distributing sanitizers to the public and food packets to the needy, migrant workers through community kitchens, the district legal service authorities have guided and assisted more than 20,000 guest laborers to return to their homeland during the crucial lockdown period. Our paralegal volunteers have become a part of the community kitchens opened in different states of the state and visited the labor camps along with the police officers and supplied food, sanitation products, and besides made them aware of the importance of adhering social distancing for everybody's safety. I'm told that the legal services authorities, with the assistance of paralegal volunteers and panel lawyers, have also assisted victims with legal aid by filing cases, filing affidavits, and informing them about the rights. KELSA had provided legal and psychological counseling to more than 6,700 persons with the help of panel lawyers of KELSA and counselors from the Department of Psychology, University of Kerala. As patron of the High Court State Legal Services Authority, I'm also extremely happy to note that besides the above activities, legal services institutions have provided legal aid to 2,904 beneficiaries during this period, out of which 985 were women. It is indeed the need of the hour that the interests of the children, women, and the marginalized sections of the society have to be given special importance to mitigate their hardships in getting legal aid. As far as cases settled in Lok Adalats, during the period between April to September 2020, 114 cases have been disposed of and an amount of more than 4 crore rupees has been awarded to the claimants. Thus, as a result of the efforts put in by our legal services institutions, we were able to mitigate the woes and sufferings of many lives. I wholeheartedly thank and place on record my sincere appreciation to the learned judicial officers, legal service lawyers, paralegal volunteers, and all those who have rendered their dedicated services to complete the projects for the benefit of the poor and needy. Looking at the situation where we are all placed, I would like to state that the legal aid provided in our country requires further strengthening to take it to the level as before the pandemic. In view of the fact that the people who seek for justice may have to compromise due to limited resources and the limited or no access to justice during COVID pandemic. Therefore, there is every necessity by applying technology to the conventional practices We must build our legal aid facilities, remodel them in order to face any such challenging situation that may arise in future. World Health Organization, time and again, has reminded us the dire necessity of building a good public health system to meet similar pandemics which may emerge in future. In this regard, I earnestly request the legal service institutions to evolve programs to work in coordination with government and non-government institutions for building a good public health system. Lawyer fraternity has always involved themselves pro bono in legal services activities, reiterating the commitment to the constitutional values. I wholeheartedly thank their support. On behalf of the poor and needy, I earnestly request the lawyers fraternity to support and participate in the local district level Lok Adalas conducted by the legal services institutions. A former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, C.N. Annadurai, said, I quote, Erein Siripil Ireivane Kanbom, meaning thereby, if you see a smile on a poor man's face, we will see God. With immense pleasure, I inaugurate the webinar on legal services during COVID-19 pandemic period. I earnestly appreciate the efforts taken by KELSA in releasing a book for the senior citizens, Anda Sodaulla Jivita Sayanam, a book for the benefit of the senior citizens to know about their rights to live with dignity, rights under the Maintenance Act, with the details of the officers for addressing their grievance. Like a child, an aged person requires care and attention, which KELSA has undertaken in releasing the book to create awareness. As patron of the High Court, Kerala High Court State Legal Services Authority, I am extremely thankful to the Chairman, Mr. C.T. Ravikumar, Kerala State Legal Service Authority, and Brother Justice A. Hari Prasad, Chairman, High Court Legal Services Committee, to have given me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would like to invite Justice S. Manikumar to release the handbook for senior citizen.
This book just released by His Lordship, Justice Mani Kumar, Chief Justice, High Court of Kerala, Andassodeയുള്ള ജീവിത സായാഹ്നം, was prepared by Advocate Farah Aziz, High Court of Kerala, who is also comparing this function. I request Honorable Chief Justice to hand over a memento to Advocate Farah Aziz. I request also to come and receive it. Thank you.
On behalf of the High Court of Kerala, and in particular Legal Service Authority, I express my sincere thanks to Advocate Farah Aziz to have come out with a wonderful book for the benefit of the aged people to know about their rights, and with contact details of the officers of the legal services institutions as well as the district social welfare officers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to invite Sri C.P. Sudhakar Prasad, sir, Advocate General and Member, KELSA, for special address.
Honorable Chief Justice, Justice S. Mani Kumar, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Hari Prasad, Sri R. Lakshmi Narayanan, President, Kerala High Court Review Association and Member, Kerala State Legal Service Authority, Sri K.T. Nisar Ahmad, District Judge and Member Secretary, Kerala State Legal Service Authority, Sri Johnny Sebastian, District Judge and Director, Kerala State Mediation and Conciliation Center, other dignitaries and ladies and gentlemen, participate in the function arranged for observance of Legal Service Day. National Legal Service Day is observed in commemoration of the enactment of Indian Legal Service Authority Act 1987. It is aimed at creating awareness among the people, the benefits that flows to them under the provisions of the Act, particularly the rights of the litigants thereunder. The legislation provides constitution of National Service Authority, a state legal service authority, and also legal service authorities at the district and taluk levels, empowering all the authorities among others to organize Lok Adalat. The National Legal Service Authority (NLSA) was constituted under the provisions of the Act. Since the formation on 5th December 1995, NLSA has been doing commendable work in the field of legal services, especially in the scheme of devising methods and taking up streamlining the activities aimed at providing free legal aid and advice to the people, needy and underprivileged sections of society. Indian Constitution envisages for the country a democratic polity governed by rule of law. This benign objective is enshrined in the basic features of the Constitution. Elaborating on it, the Supreme Court, in the judgment in Nagaraj versus Union of India, reported in 2006, 8 SCC 2012, held that constitutional principle of equality is inherent in the rule of law. Access to justice is an integral facet of the right to equality, as has been universally recognized as one of the most basic human rights. In the compilation Access to Justice edited by Morrow Capability, it is stated thus: when people talk about access to justice, they may mean different things. But every discussion assumes a goal called justice and assumes further that some group of type of persons living in society finds the door of justice closed, or at least too stiff to move its hinges. The ways in which justice is denied are various. Justice costs too much, or is for whatever reason too difficult too alien, or too slow for the group or type to shut out. The sufferers may be, in general, the poor, the lower class, some other disadvantaged part of the population. The constitution makers of India had in mind that the matter access to justice, the large proportion of the population, due to their poor financial situations, deprived classes, considerations, and other traditionally imposed disadvantages, will be sufferers when, under Article 39A, encapsulated that directive principles of state policy. They directed the state to provide free legal aid and equal justice to all citizens by suitable legislation and schemes. Through innovative interpretation, Supreme Court had widened the horizon of Article 21 of the Constitution, holding that right to free legal aid and speedy trial are guaranteed fundamental rights under Article 21, which protects the life and personal liberty of the person. That fastens on the state that the constitutional obligation to provide free legal aid to a person who is unable to procure legal process on account of poverty. Likewise, in the field of criminal law, Section 304 of the Code of Procedure obligates the Sessions Court to provide legal aid to the accused who has no means to engage a lawyer at the expense of the state. It is in such situations, that the Lok Adalat conducted by NALSA, as also the programs statutorily devised, would bring cheap and speedy justice to the common man. Social and economic backwardness bring to its trial inequalities, ignorance, poverty, and illiteracy. In spite of marvelous achievements our country has made in several fields in the activity like industry, commerce, agriculture, education, and the like, during the past more than 7 decades of independence, the huge the weight between the haves and have-nots still remains unfilled, and to a large extent, in such situation, access to justice to the poor and downtrodden of the country, in its true content and purpose, is still a distant dream. Apart from the disabilities imposed on them by the financial insufficiency and economic backwardness, a large section of the common masses in this country is also diffident to approach the courts of law for the redressal of their grievances due to the inordinate delay, cumbersome procedure, and huge expenses involved in getting the release. It is a stark reality that cannot be lightly brushed aside or overlooked, that Indian courts today are heavily burdened with mounting arrears and backlog of cases for which neither judiciary nor the executive nor the legal fraternity have to be found fault with. Just a comparison of the percentage of number of courts in this country that bears with the population with the other advanced countries of the world will probably provide answer to this. It is here as well that the necessity of finding out and having recourse to other alternative disputes redressal forums, deviating from the conventional method of approaching the court of law, that becomes not only relevant but even essential. For the past more than 2.5 decades of its formation, NALSA has been doing a great service in the society by conducting Lok Adalats, taking steps in resolving disputes through mediation, providing legal aid and advice to the needy. In the short span of time, in its work, the conduct of Lok Adalats, a momentous scheme of NALSA, has proved that it can be used as an effective medium for safeguarding the interests of the weaker sections of the society. Lok Adalats under the legal aid program are effectively serving the purpose by giving immediate relief to litigants by means of settling disputes through negotiations making compromises peacefully and in a tension-free atmosphere, friendly and emotionally relieved atmosphere, without being inhibited by any procedural tangles and availing of the good offices of the persons proven expertise in the fields. Benefits of resolving disputes through Lok Adalats are many. Saving of money and unnecessary expenditure by litigants, quick disposal of avoiding any occasion for frustration due to delay, and above all, without straining the relationship between the disputants, being only a few of them to be mentioned. With the avowed object of protecting the litigants and the common man from unnecessary litigations, it is and to reduce pressure of providing cases pending cases in courts of law. Lok Adalats are held in different parts of the country. By conducting Lok Adalats, it has been proved that dispensation justice can be achieved outside the courts without wastage of time and money. As part of the program for making people aware of their rights under the Constitution and laws of the country and educating them regarding their rights, duties and obligations in social life as ordained in the law, NELSA has been arranging conduct of seminars, lectures, public interactions and cultural activities. Besides, financial assistance was being made available to deserving for payment of court fee and other legal charges and other providing services for lawyers by way of legal aid. In the long march of the nation, nation states of India, in its coveted goal of achieving the ideal of equality before law and equal protection of laws in its perfection. The monumental work that is being done by the National Legal Services Authority by way of its pre-litigation and post-litigation legal services are of great assistance and help. We are now passing through a period of unprecedented and inhuman history. The whole world, irrespective of their consideration for national barriers, is in the grip of highly dangerous and devastating pandemic. The primary concern of all has now become the question of existence. Every other consideration is being rendered only secondary. But then it certainly is only a passing phase and in the social life with its diverse and different transactions and institutions have to carry out with their work. Naturally, as has been hitherto, disputes between public authorities and individuals in society, as well as individuals inter se, are bound to happen. In a matter of resolving such disputes, access to justice, access to courts of law, and other dispute redressal forums are to a large extent inhibited by the rigor of COVID protocols. In such a situation, it has now become a bounden duty of legal service institutions and statutory authorities like NELSA to step in and devise and modulate necessary methods to meet the situation. This function being conducted here today, I am sure will shed new lights to provide creative ideas regarding the tasks to be performed in this regard. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite Sri R. Lakshmi Narayan, President, Kerala High Court Advocate Association and member, KELSA, for felicitation.
My Lord Honorable the Chief Justice S. Manikumar, Honorable Justice C.T. Ravi Kumar, Honorable Justice A. Hari Prasad, other Honorable Judges watching these proceedings online, respected Advocate General C.P. Sudhakar Prasad, respected District Judges Sri K.T. Nizar Ahmad and Sri Joni Sebastian, respected Registrar General of this Honorable Court, respected registrars, esteemed senior members of the bar, my lawyer friends, ladies and gentlemen. To provide equal justice and free legal aid is not just a subject of dream, but a real goal set up by the Constitution of India. The legal service authorities, starting from the taluk level to national level, have been set up exclusively to achieve this constitutional mandate. Not just legal aid, access to justice is also a fundamental right. With efficient legal aid panel of senior and junior advocates specialized in various branches of law, KELSA is endeavoring to fulfill the constitutional obligation. KELSA has been organizing various programs like legal literary classes at the school and college levels. KELSA has also several initiatives meant for tribal people for the state. The true function of a lawyer is to unite parties riven as under, said Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation. KELSA, by organizing various Lok Adalats, settled thousands of disputes and thus promotes the Gandhian vision of lawyering. Lok Adalats also helps the courts to reduce the cases before it, which in turn expedite the administration of justice. As lawyers and judges, we are familiar with laws and legal texts, but the law is enacted not just for the lawyers and judges, but for all citizens. Ignorance of law is not an excuse, be it for the lawyers who study the law or the layman who has not. We are celebrating Legal Service Day today by conducting a webinar. Till last year, celebrations were physical, just like the court were also physical. A minuscule virus has created chaos in this real world and made us move from a real world to a virtual world. But the show must go on. The legal service authorities, just like all of us, did not sit idle during this difficult period. They conducted online cases to impart legal classes to impart legal education, invited legal aid application online, and also conducted micro-level adalat. Legal Service Day, I believe, is a day for all of us to remember that there are many people who require the service of the lawyer community but cannot afford it. There are many of our fellow citizens who do not even know that they have rights that too protected by the Constitution and the laws. And there are alternative dispute redressal mechanisms for preserving and enforcing their right. It is a day for all of us to introspect and come up with novel ideas to serve those deserving people in a better manner. The pandemic can only be defeated by making ourselves confident and determined to achieve the desired goal in spite of adversities faced. As members of the legal community, it is important for us to deal with people who require our support with kindness and empathy. Andasodeyulla Jeevitha Sayanam, a dignified evening in life is a hope, but also it is a solace for all. Senior citizens have many rights and privileges today, but many of them are not aware about these rights and privileges. Right without awareness about them are futile. I hope that the handbook just released by my Lord the Honorable Chief Justice should reach every home and people. We all deserve to spend the evening with dignity. On behalf of the Kerala High Court Advocate Association and as a representative of the lawyer community, I wish all the schemes and activities of KELSA all success and assure our cooperation to achieve its laudable goals and objectives for bringing a better tomorrow. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Sri Tony Sebastian, District Judge, Director, Kerala State Mediation and Conciliation Center, for word of thanks.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, while observing the Legal Services Day, I think we had a meaningful evening with the discussions on facets of legal services during COVID-19 pandemic period. Even in the field of legal services, in our attempt to provide justice for all, our priorities have been changed and our modus operandi also have been changed during this pandemic period. The legal services institutions in the entire state were in the forefront in our fight against the pandemic. During the beginning of the pandemic, we were engaged ourselves in creating awareness among the public about this global menace. Then we switched over to awareness programs, and thereafter, now we are fighting the COVID-19 menace. I think the next stage we have to render legal services is in the rehabilitative aspects. I'm sure our Honorable Chief Justice, who has done before, is always with us in leading all the legal services institutions in our state. On behalf of all the legal services functionaries in the state and the legal services institutions in the state, I extend our sincere thanks and gratitude to the Honorable Chief Justice S. Manikumar. Thank you, sir. This program is presided over by Honorable Justice A. Hari Prasad, the Chairman of High Court Legal Services Committee. In his informative speech, he enlightened us the areas which we have to look upon in the coming days. On behalf of all legal service institutions and on behalf of all functionaries in the legal service activities, I express our sincere thanks to Honorable Justice A. Hari Prasad. Thank you, sir, very much. Honorable Justice C.T. Ravikumar, the Executive Chairman of KELSA, who leads us from the forefront in the legal services activities rendered across the state. Due to some unavoidable reasons, His Lordship could not attend this program. Even then, on behalf of all legal service functionaries in the state, I extend our sincere thanks to our Executive Chairman, Honorable Justice C.T. Ravikumar. I may express our sincere thanks to Honorable Judges of the High Court who attend this program online. Our learned Advocate General is with us. He had given us an informative speech regarding the legal services activities which we have to undertake in the coming days. On behalf of the functionaries of this meeting, I extend our sincere thanks to the esteemed Advocate General. Advocate R. Lakshmi Narayanan, the President of Kerala High Court Advocates Association, is also with us. He felicitated this evening's discussions. On behalf of all who are gathered here, I extend our sincere thanks to Advocate R. Lakshmi Narayanan, as also all other advocates of the Kerala High Court, as well as the advocates of this entire state. Thanks to all. I may also express our sincere thanks to Sri K.T. Nisar Ahmad, the Dynamic Member Secretary of KELSA, who steers all the legal services activities in the state. Thank you very much, sir. I may also express our sincere thanks to our Registrar General Srimati Sophie Thomas and Advocate Subordinate Judiciary Registrar Sri P.J. Adhikumar. Thanks both of them. I use this opportunity to express our thanks to the legal service functionaries at the district and taluk level who actually are the backbone of the legal services in the state. I express our sincere thanks to all chairmen of District Legal Services Authority, all chairmen of Taluk Legal Services Authority, secretaries of District Legal Services Authority, mediators, paralegal volunteers, and all other persons who are associated with rendering legal services in the state. Before concluding, I congratulate Srimati Advocate Farah on the wonderful work rendered by her, enlightening the senior citizens in our state about their rights. And I express our sincere thanks to the staff of KELSA, staff of High Court, and all other persons who have directly or indirectly associated with us in the conduct of the program. Thanks to one and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We are concluding the program with National Anthem. I request everyone to raise for the same.